Okay, Laia has asked for an unboxing system, like a loot system. So obviously I'm not going to be able to do exactly what they want, but I'm going to go through like some of the principles, make a bit of a thing to be able to create it. So first of all, let's give ourselves a crate, some way to trigger it opening. This will be our crate, and let's make it just, I'm not going to put too much effort into this. Planks and brown, just because, hey. And let's make it size a bit bigger. There we go. This is all kind of stuff you're going to know. Let's put a proximity prompt into it. And we're going to change this to open. And let's give it a hold duration of 1 second. That should do the trick there. Okay, and we're going to want some sort of loot. So let's get the toolbox and images, and let's use some faces. Yeah, that'll do fine. Let's make a folder. This is going to be a folder with our images of the loot that we're going to receive. So um, let's call it loot image folder. Just loot image folder. Yeah, I like to have folder in the thing because I know this is a folder. Don't always have to. Okay, let's stick some image labels in here. So I'll stick an image label. Let's call this one face one, and copy asset ID, stick it in to here. Okay, and let's do 4 of them. Okay. Yep. Let's pick another face. Oh yeah, definitely do that one. Okay. Face three. Let's go with that one there. And face four. Let's pick another one. That winky one. There it is. And now we've got those in there. So what we're going to do is we'll use this to populate the list, to populate the GUI, and you'll probably have a folder somewhere with your actual rewards in it. So I don't know, let's call this loot. I'm not going to go, you'll have to obviously write the logic to give the loot that you've got, but basically name your images the same as the loot, and then you can nice and easily just use the string of face2 to find face2 in here. Um, you'll want to, because I don't know what kind of loot you've got, or loot you want. You might want tools or whatever. But as long as they're named the same, we can just use the string face2, for instance, if that's what they want. Okay, and now we've got that. We've got a bit of setup still to go. We'll need a screen GUI, and we'll want a frame, which will make our loot frame. So this will be our loot winning frame. Let's make this in the middle, anchored in the middle, and placed in the middle, like so. And size, let's just go for half and half, but let's make it a square. Um, Aspect ratio constraint. There we go. So we fit an aspect ratio constraint in there. That will make it a square, no matter what size the screen is. Okay, and we'll want another frame in here. This is going to be the frame that holds the actual images, and we'll move this frame. So this frame is going to can stay in the same position, and the anchor point can stay the same, but we're going to make the size be 1. Yep, that should do it. And we're going to place, actually no, we will move the position. We're going to move the position up 2, or just 1. Yeah, one should be fine because it's 50%, so it'll always be off the top of the screen. That's fine. Yep, okay. Because this is gonna, we want stuff above to scroll up to. Um, or you might not. You might clip descendants. That's easy enough to do actually. Could do it that way. But either way, I'm gonna have it so that it's showing all of them. And now we've got that. We're gonna want another thing in here. We're gonna want a list layout. There we go. The UI list layout. And that's about good for that. So, oh no, one more thing. We want a button to collect. Text button. And this button's going to be our collection button. So let's put the text in there as collect. And scale it. And then the position, we're going to want this actually to be in the middle horizontally, but below underneath there. And then position, I want in the middle and at the bottom, like so. Size, let's go for 1. Make it a nice big button, just because, yeah, so we can see what we're doing. There we go. Okay. I'm just gonna make it green as well, so it's obviously something different. Okay. Obviously, you can make all your stuff look nice, but this is just to be functional. Okay, we're gonna want the text button is going to be set to not visible, and the loop frame is also not going to be visible. That's all going to be done by a script. Okay, so let's make a script for our loot. Okay, we're going to want replicated storage. Let's call that rep game get service replicated storage. We probably want players. So I'm not sure we do. No, we don't need players. And we're going to want tween service. Local tween service equals game get service tween service. Let's make a tween info. This is going to be the tween for like making it look like it's scrolling. So let's make that, I don't know, 3 seconds. Let's just give that a try. We can play with this later. And we're going to want a goal. It's going to equal something, and it's going to be goal dot position equals udim2 dot new. Probably going to be, let's just go with minus 24 for now, because it's going to go up. I think that's the right way around. Anyway, we can always come back to it. Let's make it 22 just for this for now. Okay, we want to get the proximity prompt. We're going to want to get the screen GUI from the proximity prompt. Okay, so let's get the proximity prompt. Prox prompt is going to equal game dot workspace wait for child crate, and I'm going to wait for child proximity prompt. Oh my goodness, what am I doing with my spelling? Save myself some mistakes there. Okay. Obviously, again, you'll hook yours up to your own ones, or however you're going to activate them. Yeah, probably be a GUI button or something like that when you or purchase. Not sure, but I'm sure you can figure out the logic of that one yourself. We're gonna go from the proximity prompt dot triggered. Function. We're gonna want to get the player from that, so I'm gonna call that PLR. and right, we're going to want whatever the reward is. It's going to be blank for now. We're going to want to, oh, a couple more things we want to make before we get into that one. We want to get the lists and the rewards. So cool, loot image folder equals rep wait for child loot image folder. Yeah, okay. And what else might we want? We're going to want to make our list of weights. So let's just do this manually here. Local loot weights equals, and this is going to be a table like this. And we're going to just have to do this manually here. Simplest way, I think, at the moment. If you've got a really big table, you might want to find a more efficient solution, but this will do for this. So face 1 is going to equal 1. Face 2 equals, I don't know, let's give it a weight of 5. Face 3 can equal 10. And face 4 will equal, I don't know, 3. Right, so what this will do is the probability of each one will be the number of them over the total number of all these numbers. So what you'll see what we do now is let's make our another table, loot list. Yeah, let's just call it loot list. And this is just going to be a blank table for now. And we're going to populate it using the weights. So for name, comma, weight in pairs, loot weights, do. Okay, so this is going to cycle through these ones, and for each one we're going to then do another little loop for I equals 1 comma weight. So for the amount of weight there is, we're going to put, so there'll be 10 face 3s in there, 5 face 2s, 1 face 1, and 3 face 4s, like that. Yep, do, and then we're going to add the, so loot list, simple iteration on that, plus the number of loot list, like so. So we're going to add 1 each time. We're going to add, it's going to equal the name. Yeah, just like that. That should do it. And then what we can do is we can use that to pick one. So you'll see next. We shall add. What should we do? We add a. What's the next thing we want to do? Okay, so when the prompt's triggered, we want to make the GUI appear. So first of all, we're going to get the players. Let's find that frame. Let's find the local loot frame equals player dot player GUI dot screen GUI dot loot frame. There we go. And local, that should be fine for that. We can go from there. We're going to make that visible. Loot frame dot visible equals true. Okay, that should make that. Just quick check on that now. Should make it visible. Bam. Okay, brilliant. And next we want to What do we want to do next? We want to add, we want to populate the list. Okay, so we will, for, what should we do? For index equals 1 comma, I said 22 here, so let's go with 23. Yep. Right, so we're going to put 23 pictures in here, and if, no, hold on, we'll do that afterwards. We shall populate it first. Okay, so local new image equals, and we will get, we're going to say loot image folder. Find first child, and then in that we shall put this following thing. We're going to basically pick a random one from our loot list. So loot list math.random, the number of loot list. Okay, and so now it's going to randomly pick one from this list, from our loot list, which is basically been made as like a weighted one. So because there's 10 phase 3s, there's more chance of getting a phase 3. And there's only one phase 1, so there's much less chance of getting a phase 1. And you could make things super. I mean, if you put 100 of those, you're going to make phase 1 really rare and phase 3 really, really common. So that puts that in there, and then we want to clone that. Oh no, let's make that as an actual thing first. Chosen. Let's just get the string. Sorry to confuse things. Yeah, let's do it that way around. Local, and then new image. There we go, and we'll put the chosen in there. You'll see why I'm going to separate this in a moment, because we want to pick which one is actually the reward, so that it marries up. Be a nice, easy way to do it that way. Okay then, so we're going to put the new image dot position equal on udim2 dot new, and going to be 0, 0, and in here we're going to want it's going to add I guess. Yeah, it'll add I. It'll be down each one. Yep, that makes sense. Let's see if that's the right way around. See if that puts stuff in there. Oh, I didn't parent it. New image dot parent equals, and it's going to go into the loot frame dot frame. Okay, that's putting those in there. Oh, one more thing. I want to make these have a full size. Yep. So the faces need to be size full size. I mean, I could have just added that in code here. Could have just new image, just in case you forget when you're adding the images in there. It's probably actually a good idea to do it this way. Yeah. There we go. Okay, that's looking a bit better. And then now those are populated, we're going to. Oh, we also want to make the reward. So if what is in 22, that's right. If I equals 22, then we're going to make reward equal chosen. And there we go. So now we're getting when we're on the one that we're going to stop on, we're going to make that one the reward, which we put out of here, so we can give it to the player afterwards. But next, let's make it spin. So let's have a short wait. Not quite a second. Just go with that. That'll do. And then we're going to make a new tween. Oh, we can make the tween first. Okay, so local tween equals tween service create. And then we're going to give it the loot frame dot frame. Remember, that's the frame inside. That's going to be doing the moving within this. And give it the tween info. And finally the goal, which I've set at -22. Hopefully that should be good. And then let's play the tween and see how that looks. Nope, what have I got wrong there? Position. Index nil with position. Why? Not quite sure what I've done there. Index nil position. But I'd always got a new image. I didn't clone it. Okay, that's why. Okay, starting to look like we want it to. Oh, maybe not. Oh, we want to leave an extra one. Let's make it 24. Okay, getting there. Right. When the tween dot completed, we want to wait till the tween's finished, and we want to get the button. So loot frame dot text button dot visible equals true. Bam, and then we get the collect button. Okay. Now we want to hook up the collect button. Probably want to have a connection for it. Button connection, and then we can say button connection equals, and then we're going to have the loot frame dot text button dot mouse button 1 click connect. I'm going to connect the function here to it, and it's going to give you the reward. So let's give reward. We're also going to want to clean up and reset. Okay, so I'm not going to do the giving the reward just now. I'll just put print reward, but you will search in your wherever your loot folder is. Find first child reward. But here we're all right. We can print reward, and we want to clean up as well. So how are we going to go about cleaning up? We are going to put we've got to clean up all the ones that we've put into here. So for underscore comma v in iPairs. We're going to use the loot frame dot frame get children. We're going to look through all the children, but we want to make sure we don't delete the UI list layout. So if v is a UI list layout, then I could have done the opposite way around, but let's just do else, and then v destroy. That should destroy anything that is a UI list layout. Got other things, obviously, you can else if and do those too. Or we could just say not UI list layout, but this will be fine. So that cleans up those. We also want to make the button not visible anymore. Loop frame dot text button dot visible equals false, and the whole frame as well. Loop frame dot visible equals false. In here, you might want to have any pause or like a little animation or something. You know, give you that satisfaction of collecting something. You know, I'm not going to full-on graphics with this for now, but let's add a little bit of a weight in here, just a really short one, just to make it seem a little bit better. And oh, we need to reset the position as well, otherwise it won't scroll for a second time. So let's make it a position at the beginning here. Let's call it or local origin equals loop frame dot frame dot position, and then we can loop frame dot frame dot position equals origin, and that'll set it back to wherever it was set, because obviously you'll probably want to play with the UI later, so it's better to do it this way around. Just get the position here, otherwise you're going to change things and then you have to change them in here if you've hard coded them. So this way it's a bit more soft, and it will, if I decide, oh no, I do want it two higher or one higher, you know, you squished it and you changed it, you know, everything will get messy if you don't do it this way round. Okay, let's give that a try and see what we get. Okay, and we get that face 3. And if we do it again, get another face 3. We will get a lot of face 3s because of the probability of it. Getting a lot of them. I hope it's not just repeating those. Yeah, so we are getting different stuff. Okay, and we can get a face 4 there. Okay, this seems to be working all right. Okay. Um, let's get rid of the. I know. I don't know why I put that weight there. We don't want that weight there. We'd want, if you're going to have a little weight and an animation, probably have it up here. In fact, let's change the order that these are in. Let's get rid of the button straight away, and then we'll wait. Wait, and just wait a really short little time. I would have like a nice little confetti effect or something like that. We'll do another tutorial on how to do those kind of things. Got a really nice little one for that actually. In fact, yeah, like and subscribe if you want to see some more GUI Flash tutorials. That's a bit better. That's more like it. We don't want it to just completely vanish. We don't want it to just sort of go all funky either. There we go. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, I said yeah. If that helped you, please like the video and subscribe. And I'll see you all soon.